Today is Friday, November 14th, and this is your forecast for the central United States. And we've had some really cold weather for much of the eastern U.S., but especially in the Midwest, where it's been kind of wintry at times. But that air is on the retreat, the cold air, that is. And we get a little bit of a break today and tomorrow before we get a return of that cold air later in the weekend. So this cold air is now more like chilly to actually not so bad. We got a warm front that's approaching, so we get in on some of the warmer air, but then a cold front is right behind that, and that will cool us off by the end of the weekend. So 56 in Grand Rapids today, 54 in Detroit, mid-50s for Cleveland, mid-60s in Chicago, and yeah, that's a 73 over there in Des Moines on the other side of that warm front. You got St. Louis in the 70s, Memphis in the 70s, even 75 in Nashville. So you got the warm air like this, right? And then you got the cool air still lingering on, but this is a huge improvement, 60s from Cincinnati to Louisville. So that mild air is with us today and tomorrow, and then we get the cold front coming through Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We got temperatures back into the 40s. Chicago 60s today and tomorrow, and then 40s back in your forecast Sunday through much of next week. In the southeast, it's still relatively cool. That warm front, remember, is back there out to the west. So we'll see an improvement here through the weekend, but definitely a cool day for us for many in the Carolinas down through Georgia. 70 in Savannah and Atlanta, though, is a big improvement. That actually should feel pretty nice. 75 in New Orleans, 83 over there in Dallas. You're in the warm air. It's actually going to be a gorgeous weekend, I think, across the south. Look at this for Charlotte in the 70s tomorrow and Sunday. You got that cold front, which will knock those temperatures down for next week. In Fort Lauderdale, it's comfortable this morning. It'll be warm but windy this afternoon, and can't rule out an isolated thunderstorm. I think there could even be a passing thunderstorm through this evening. Temperatures climbing a little bit, just a tiny step at a time here, up near 80 here by Sunday and low 80s for next week. So that is your Friday morning weather update. I hope everyone has a great weekend. Remember that as long as you want there to be, there will always be a 100% chance of good things.